Do you want to stop upgrading the wrong drivers? Do you want to track your progress in F1 Clash? Do you want to save your coins and do it the most efficient way possible? Change loadouts? Compare drivers? Well, you name it, we've got it. Because we have got access to share to you the holy grail of F1 Clash creativity, thanks to one legend himself who we'll introduce shortly. But we are here with the #1 resource guide ready for your F1 Clash season. So here we go then, the F1 Clash 2024 resource sheet, currently on 1.4 version, and it is created by the legend of Discord, F1 Clash, TR the Flash. Been doing this for years, and yeah, got approval to share this out to the world. It is available in Discord anyway as a pinned message in the general chat for F1 Clash, but we're going to do a video on it and share his amazing work with everyone else. So if you are using this or you are going to use it, I want you to say a massive thank you to TR the Flash in the comments down below for letting us share this and also for you to be able to use it. So this is going to be your holy grail. This is going to be exactly what you need to be able to live your life on F1 Clash. Not just your casual player anymore if you use this. It is all about tracking it. So this is what we've got in here. You'll always get a version update when they do update the file. Obviously, if you have saved a copy, you will need to keep it updated by obtaining the latest link, which we'll do in this video. But we have got so much to add. So let's get into this amazing sheet by TR the Flash, the resource sheet. And here we go. So tab #1. And I know straight away you might be thinking, whoa, there's loads of data everywhere, but it is for a very good cause. Now, in the data inputter and tracker, this is going to be your sheet where you simply input all of your current assets. So on the left-hand side, you can see every single driver is in here. They're common, they're rare, they're epic. They've also got in here the car parts at the bottom as well. So what you need to do, if you want to use this as a long time coming for the future, you need to go and use all of these details. So you can see I've got Logan Sargent currently at level 9, and I've got 753 cards of that level 9 progress. On the right hand side, they will then tell you how many more cards you need to max the asset and what is the total max. So you can see here, if I go to Hulkenberg, it says I can actually get into level 6 if I want to. This column gives me the highest series possible with the current cards I've got. So if I move that to series or level 6, you can see I can only get him to 7. Or if I get him to 8, I don't need any more because he is max. So it really gives you an update all the time of where you are. So you can see I've got 4 upgrades to do on Nico Hulkenberg if I want it. So this is really good to track your progress. Input your level currently, input the amount of cards that you've got at present, and it will tell you what's needed and the max figure. Really, really good. Now, this gold box here, every time there is a GP event, you can update this box. This is the 10% boost that you find each week. Now, that can change to 5%, as we absolutely delete it. That could change to 5%, or that could even change to 20%. And you'll see why that is important later on. So after you've inputted all your drivers and all your cars, you're going to look and focus now on this middle part. So this is telling us we've got 328 days roughly to the new season. Yes, already. And what it's going to tell you is what target you are currently on. So here, from starting from scratch, or at the moment, you can see you need 770 commons a day to max out the commons. Obviously, it depends what you get, but based on numbers, that is what it takes. You need 167 rares a day and 69 epics a day. That is why it's very difficult to max out. Now, after you've inputted everything on this left-hand side, you will see that it will give you your current target. So I'm currently now then needing 530 a day, 127 rares, 66 epics. It gives you a real tracker progress of where you are, which is really, really good. It gives you your total commons and the remaining amounts and how many you've obtained, and the same for rares and the same for epics. And it's a really, really good visual to know exactly how you are doing, how close you are to maxing assets out as well. Now on the right hand side, I do potentially expect this to change this coming season, but this is where you track your CC points for the end of the year as well. So you can see I've currently, if we go off last year's challenges, I've completed 60 out of 60 drivers. I've upgraded 154 times out of 560. I've unlocked all parts, and I've got that many upgrades to do. My current weekly league is Legend. I've got 4 Champions F medals, which is entered down here, and I've got my highest series 12. So really good aspect to try and build in your progress already. We don't know what the challenges are, but it's very good to go and build. So this is your input sheet. Make sure you update all your assets in here, and it's going to give you some beautiful numbers. Next one we have is drivers horizontal. So after all your input into that data input tracker, it's going to give you a horizontal list of all the drivers. You've got their common forms, you've got their rare forms, and you've got their epic forms. What it's also going to tell you is the upgrade cost at that level. So you can see Epic Bottas here, level 5. I'm going to need 50 cards to get to level 6, and it's going to cost me 42,250,000. So really, really good. You can see Gasly here as well, level 6, needs 184 cards. We've got some really good 284 million there. Really, really strong stats there, Series 10. So really, really good at progress. And you can see cards required, total cards all together. Really, really good. And the total cost, look, 564. So basically, make sure you fill this out, and it's going to tell you the cards required and the upgrade as well. So you've got the series, the cards required, the total cards, and the coinage there. So, and obviously, well, total cards, just to clarify, that is the total card you've got so far by the look of it, and then what you need for the upgrade above. Now, if you've got your drivers all inputted, you can see them out there. If you scroll down to the bottom, you can start comparing drivers. So if I wanted to start comparing, let's say I want to test Alonso Epic 5 versus Gasly Epic 5, you can see here, I can see who's better. Well, it's Alonso, unless I need race start. You can see, obviously, the upgrade cost in there as well. Now, let's say, because we've added a 10% boost at the start, let's add on here, Alonso with a boost active, and you can now see the new stats that they are going to hold. Same with Gasly. Now, if I take them off, I could simply go, right, what about him at level 8? And you can change it all around. I can look at Hamilton, I can look at rare, I can look at max level, which is, 9? And you can see the comparison as well. You can do this for 3 drivers, you can do this for 4 drivers, and if we scroll over, you can do it for 5 drivers, and you can compare them. So if you've got upgrades to do, and let's say you've got Alonso 5 and you've got Epic Hamilton 4, and you want to see who should you upgrade, but I can get Hamilton to 5, is he better than Epic 6 that I can get of Alonso? You can go and compare. So really, what this is doing is it's stopping you just upgrading, and it actually lets you focus on the cards that you want to upgrade. So a really, really good way of doing it in here. Now, driver's vertical combined is obviously the combined view, but it is vertical, so you can see this the other way round as well, look. So just a different one, obviously the highest driver vertical as well on there. This is the same for components then. So with all your data input from the very first sheet, it's going to fill out your components into here as well for each section. You've got your brakes, your gearbox, you've got your front wing, rear wing, suspension and engine. And again, on the right hand side, you can start to then apply 10% boosts across the board if they get boosted. But you can also compare the parts. So let's say I want to go the Fury, it's currently at level 3. I want to compare it to Monolith at level 6. You can see which one's better straight away in green. But then I also want to check this one at level 2. And you can see now which one, because of conditional formatting, which one is the better part there. The Fury is better for speed, qualifying Monolith, but overall the better card you can see on the right hand side is the Behemoth. So really, really good way of comparing parts. We'll do that one more time again. So I'm coming down to the rear wing. I've got motion at level 5. I've got Spire at level 8. And I've got Cyclone at level 2. You can see with that which one is the better part. So some really, really good data for you. I told you it's the holy grail of F1 Clash, and that is simply the reason why. You can do that for every single part, and you can do that before you upgrade. So I might have these now, and I might go, I can actually get the Fury. It's currently level 7. Is it going to be better at level 8? Well, the answer is on speed, yes. Everything else, not so much. So you can really just swap these around and take a look, and you've got the coins cost in there as well to know how much it's going to cost to upgrade. You can do this vertical as well. You can see it's in there as well. You've got the list, you've got the vertical underneath for the compare as well. So really, really good information for you to go ahead and use. Now, coming on forward, we've got the highest component vertical sheet, but we've also got the loadout compare. Yes, this is where you can compare loadouts before you even get going. So you've got your drivers in there. So imagine your loadout now on F1 Clash, but you can actually input it and compare stuff in here. So you can see here, I've got Albon Epic, Hamilton Epic. It gives me all the stats for them at the levels. I can add event boost. I can add even a boost on top. So you can see if I had a Cranberry boost, it's 101 overtaking for Hamilton compared to no boost, where he's down at 81. So you can really experiment in here with which boosts are good. If you can go down to Rooster, you can see overtakings included again. If I go down to Firework, you can see the race start increases now to 106. You've got, good speed increase from 197. You can see obviously no boost. The car will change based on boost, and you can see how that has changed with the Firework boost. And obviously qualifying is different for driver. But yeah, some really good ways, and you can do that. You can change your parts down the bottom. You can change the levels. You can add 10% boosts. And remember, you can change that boost by going back to that gold button at the very start of the input tracker here and changing that to whatever percentage hutch release for that week. Make sure to update that. But really good. Compare your loadouts, not just on the game, but in here as well. So with that, then we move on to a boost sheet that TR The Flash has added in then. So you can see here, you can look at all the boosts in the game and you can prioritize. Again, you can filter by qualifying. You could filter by which ones are the defending boosts, which ones are the best race start boosts, best tire management boosts. Easy, click of the mouse and you are there. And on the right hand side, it gives you the total. So you might want to look at who's got the best total boosts. And you can see one of the most shocking ones is self-control. Well, actually, it's the free boosts. Wow, who would have thought? Really good for you. Track boost then. So this is every track currently at the moment with which track stat and which driver stat. So you know already. And in here, TR The Flash has added which boosts are best around there as well. So you've got Hook for defending and cornering at Hungary and Monaco with 15 and 25. Obviously, race start giving 10 as well. You've got the likes of Prince in there, which gives a total of 30. But so really, when you look at this, if you don't need race start or do need it, Hook's the best, Movember. Then you got Prince, Jin, Star. And this is for all the tracks in here. Look, Singapore and Suzuka, Barcelona, Mexico. We've got power unit focus tracks in here. We've also got speed focus tracks as well. So a real lot of effort gone into this from TR The Flash. Now we've also got these, which is Series 3 Junior, Series 4, 5, 6 and all the way through. Now what this is providing you is what the AI are potentially running in these series. So you can see, if you wanted to compare where you are at, you've got Verstappen going to be running that type of stat. So he's going to be running 107 speed at Monza. You might have 100 or track stats total, 122 at Baku, 102 at Vegas. Here's his speed and cornering in here. And you can see that stays the same for each circuit, but obviously, yeah, it's very, very interesting to do. But yeah, that's where your AI. So what you can do is you can look at your drivers now and you can look at your car and you can roughly see in Series 3 where you are going to place. You can see who you are going to be up against. And obviously these are the total stats, 294, and that is of course in here, which is your driver totals. And then you can see in here is the Jeddah, Vegas, Baku and Monza. So really, really good to compare where you think you will be. So again, you could move up to Series 9 again, and you can see roughly where you're going to be. So you could filter on whatever you want. So obviously Speed Circuit is Series 9. So you could have a look at, right, who has the most speed? Let's sort that out. Verstappen and Perez are going to be pretty much the fastest up here. We've got Leclerc, Sainz, who might qualify ahead because of their qualifying, but Red Bull are going to be very quick. But on that speed, you can work out, oh, okay, I might only have 121 speed. I'm going to be roughly around P there, Gasly and Alpine. So it's really good to have a view and compare before you move up. Series 8, one of you that do really struggle, look at the defending stats that are on. There you go. Driver total. And if you look at defending, you can see these type of stats they have at this one as well. So really, really good to go and take a look at. So honestly, it's definitely worth doing. You've got obviously their total stats in there as well. 300, their Q totals. Yeah, it's so good to go and compare. There's so much data in here for you to really unpick, and I'll let you unpick them yourselves as well. Now, if you just want an overview, you've got the commons maxes, you've got the rares maxed out, you've got the epics maxed out, you've got the driver max in a big list as well. So some really, really good viewing of this holy grail from TR The Flash. And you've also got series in here just telling you how many flags you win, how many to unlock, the wins to unlock, sprint points, how many it is per series, and the bot team score as well. So that's changed a little bit because of the recent update by Hutch, but that is roughly the bot team scores that you do get within that series from Hutch as well. And these do also, by the way, include the Hutch bots in black. You can see there, Hutch bot is what you expected to come across. So on that note, that is your holy grail. It's a longer video, but it's an absolute wonderful video because it is so much detail in here to get lost in. It's fantastic. But go and track your progress, go and sort your loadouts, go and save your coins because it is superb. So I honestly hope that really does help you. You can really start not upgrading stuff and focusing on the upgrades that you want to do. I'll leave the link for this spreadsheet down in the description so you can go and make sure you save a copy yourself and then you can fully adapt it to however you want. But good luck in your progress because that is a game changer.